Alright, today we're going to do is this NC Wyeth copy. And definitely a painting I've always really loved. So I'm going to just take, this is Venetian red and a little bit of ivory black. I'm going to mix them together with a tiny bit of mineral spirits. I'm going to just kind of mass it in. Now the nice thing about doing something like this is to start very thin, and also just if you only have a short amount of time, there's nothing wrong with just copying like a little piece of a painting. Uh, just to feel like you're studying. So that's the wrong hue. So I'm gonna just add a little bit more. Well, it's the right hue, but it's the wrong value. But I just want to get something down. Sometimes it's nice to just get a first layer and then just be able to kind of work into it. Similarly, just try to get the shape. Let's see if I can get that quickly. So everything about the way that Wyeth was working, very, very expressive. And I'm going to just build it very thin so that I can push it if needed. But even doing something like this little horse study will probably feel good for the day to just do something, be able to study something that I really admire. So I'm mapping. So if you want to work on like your drawing skills, always beautiful place to do it is in paint. All right, let's see. Let's grab a little. This is burnt sienna. It feels like there's a touch. I got two yellows on here. I have cadmium lemon. And by limiting now kind of cake it on. By limiting the palette, it's going to make it so that there's not a ton of variables, which makes it so that I'll probably be able to make a decision and not fiddle with it all that much, And I find that it may act as kind of a breakthrough. So meaning that I may find something that maybe, I don't know, maybe a bigger palette sometimes can be confusing to students. So let's grab, that is Prussian blue. I'm going to grab a little bit of cadmium lemon, mix them together, get the kind of green over here. That's too dark. Lower that chroma a touch. All right, so we go, and that nice green is going to be a nice way to kind of offset all of this. All right, there. All right, kind of a great gesture for that eye of the horse. Just fantastic. So I got ivory black over here. So I tried to set out like Howard Pyle's palette in this painting, just because I've never seen. It's possible that there is somewhere NC Wyeth's palette. I've never come across it, but I just take a touch of the yellow and add it in there. Make it maybe the green, maybe it's the cobalt. That's cobalt green. Just add that little pop of green in there. All right. Go back into here. Sometimes that mixture, what's left on the brush, is quite nice. It'll add to the, I don't know, maybe a little something serendipitous that I wouldn't have got. All right. So what's cool about this too is you can fix the drawing as you go. So to push this down, ivory black. that down a hair. So I'm using this flat brush. Go. Pull in here. This up here. Yeah, so I mean the horse feels like it's very much in this yellow space. This is flake white right there. I'm going to just take a tiny bit of that, mix it in. I don't feel like, according to the painting there, this is how gnarly the brush is. Let's grab that off to the side just because I have it close. Just clean it. Not that you have to get this perfect. If your brush is gnarly, you could help yourself. All right. This is a Legion brush, which I love the Legions. They're my favorite brushes. All right. It looks like it goes into green up here. Maybe that's too much, but I can now hit it from the other side, bring it up into it. Great place to just play and try things, very low stakes. Try a little yellow in there. You know, doesn't mean you have to like match the brush work, but these artists were very brave with their brush strokes. Bravura is sometimes what they're referred to as. And maybe you want to try that. Alright, let's get some of the yellow in there. Look at that. Some tainted part of the brush still in there. Grab this, pull it over. Oh yeah, this is the beauty of like a flake white. I got titanium. You know, I think he painted with zinc, but I'm gonna stay away from zinc out of the tube. And some mix of the two I think is gonna kind of give me the nice brushwork that I'm looking for. The beauty of lead white or Kremnitz white is that it just adds that kind of body to it. So it's not like titanium. Titanium is quite different. Right, let's go back to this. Just see if I can grab a touch. Just pull in the little piece there. Back here. Little touches of orange in there. Really the orange that we have. Cad red light over the top. Big chunk of it there. All right. Like a quick, just. I think sometimes that's the only way to get that mark. Just quickly dance it on the form. All right. All right, what I wanted to do, so I grab the little one. Just let's get the nostril in here. And it goes orange. It's like a really I don't think that's it either. It's like beautiful like marks in here. A bit of searching. Backside of the nose. All right. Interesting. Looks like the horse has like red in its teeth. Pretty awesome. That's like something you just never take a risk on and probably put in. But you see it and you're like, I guess I'll give it a shot. Alright, so one of the cool things about the old illustrators that they would do would put the kind of vignette that kind of go around the edge. Put that just thick glob of, so it's a little on the yellow side, but just to work the edge. Clean it at the end. Not that I'm done, but all right. It'll help to define the edge a little bit. I used to do, when I taught media techniques, I were showing how to paint a Leyendecker. And I did a little guard head study. Just cool. Just fun to kind of get back in that space of trying to figure out what they were doing and just how, I don't know, it's extremely difficult even to make something stylized. That's too red. Feel that tooth right there, the horse. You know, maybe that's all you can do in a short amount of time. I mean, still a nice little painting. You know, and then take something like this. What I would do is just hang it in the studio. Let it have a dialogue with you. That's what I highly recommend. Why you do it. What is it that draws you to it? It's a question. Interesting. This is a golden taklon. It's just short, but hey, it's getting the job done and it's working. So a great place if you want to try some mediums or something. I think, why not? It may pull the paint a little different. That's kind of cool right there. Green, green. See if I can get some of that mineral green. Neutralize it with the umber just to knock it back a little bit. Touch of white. And this now comes down and now it's kind of too soupy. You know, I look at like how values kind of come in here and like come together, get lost. It was very fearless with color. Ooh, look at that little tiny detail over on the other side. Just gets a little more life, so it's not so flat. Cut that up. Oh yeah, it's funny. It's like I don't get too caught up in the details, but the small characteristics are what sometimes make it come alive. But yeah, depend on, of course, how much time you got. Okay, there's that dragginess that I feel like only flake white is gonna get you. I mean, it's a fine place to stop if I wanted. All right, well, keep going a little more. Soften that edge, get a little variety. Glance back and forth. If I see anything that's off. Maybe there's, like this is darker. I don't know if I want to put the hand in there, but it may just look random. I'll just leave it out for now. Oh, maybe that's why the positioning. Obviously it is, but do you need it? It's the question. I think just so sometimes you do something like that super late and then it's like, oh crap, I gotta balance it, and it's not like you just stop when the timer goes off. It's like, now you're wrapped up in fixing it because you add in a little bit more. So I'm gonna just leave it and then live with it, and then as my study for the day, that's what I did. So, all right, let's add a tiny bit more and call it a day.